Hey everyone. Hello. Oh crap, my light isn't even on. I'm terrible. There we go. Okay, it was on the right one. Hello everyone. I'm here. I didn't really have anything planned today, but I wanted to do something, and I wasn't sure what that something was. Uh, Maybe just watch some YouTube videos together. I don't know. Let me see what's up. Oh yeah, I was watching some Dead by Daylight videos, but let me see. Ooh, Max is playing Chivalry 2. Interesting. But I don't want to rewatch his stream. Because I think I'd just be watching it a lot in silence, and that's not cool. I guess I'll catch it later. Any good videos I want to watch? I don't see anything. It's me. Except it's got the wrong title. What the? What the fuck? What is going on? No, but seriously, why has it got the wrong title? Facebook. Yeah, that's what I had, but I don't have. Hmm. Interesting. It's all online though, so let me see. Name's wrong on there, but I don't care. Let me name. Oh, that's me again. Okay, so it's good on there. I'm also a little loud. There we go. Facebook. Am I live on Zen Facebook? Let's see. I am. I am. Okay, cool. So I'm, but it's still showing wrong information. Interesting. Well, I'm not playing the Old Republic. I wish I had other people to play that with. I think it'd be a lot more interesting. Uh, whatever. I tried. Um, Twitch is fine. Twitch is usually where you want to see me. If you see any of this information wrong, Twitch is the place to go. But I like multi-streaming, so a lot of the family and such can watch it. So, um, I don't have anything really planned. Excuse me. Um, let's see. Maybe I'll just play, I don't know, something. Ba-ba-ba-da-bum-bum. Um, hmm. I was watching a lot of interviews actually of the people who did of a voice actor and actress for Lady Dimitrescu and Heisenberg, and they are awesome, and I enjoy seeing them interact. It is fun times. They are good peoples. Um, there's a lot of bots videos I really like. And apologies, this may, if you're watching this later, this may get political or whatever, because I'm just kind of browsing right now. Maybe I'll do just some games. Not worry about the VODs or anything like that. Yeah, let's see. Hopefully I can update stuff, but doubt it. Um, Hmm. What to play? What to play? You know what? Let's throw in some music for now. Forgot I even had this. I'll do game music that is really. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Do this. Say. Oh goodness, that's loud. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I'm just hanging out. Oh, snip, 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 snip. Spotify. Should. Oh, I guess it's not gonna work. Where did I put it? It's the record. Here it is. Seems like I have to run that every time. That's fine. Is that like cycle through text transform? Oh. I guess it's fine. Whatever. So yeah, let me just produce it. If anything comes up, you let me know. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, let me actually check that on Twitch. I don't know if it's actually updating. It could be in the wrong category, to be fair. Let me see. Nope, I'm just chatting. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Fine on them. Ooh. No. Oh, you know, that's something I haven't seen. Let me see that. What's that called? Oh, there's quite a bit of things in here. IGN, IGN. Yeah, it looks like end time stuff. Let me set it up so you guys can see what I'm watching. Oh, right. I don't think there's any information I have in here that I care if you guys see, so switching over. Yeah, okay. I don't think I'll go into any unwanted places. Let me pause this. Okay, so I haven't seen this, so let's check out the trailer for Warhammer, Total War 3. I know my buddy James has been.
Death is like the winter chill. No door can keep it from us. And summer yet may bloom again, though ice be all upon us.
My child, there is so much to tell you, that I have run out of time. The sacrifice I made was not enough. The dark gods still feed on our transgressions. Corruption.
What's this?
Obsession.
I don't remember. I don't remember the name of the Chaos Gods. I don't remember. Oh, that's cool. Obviously.
You must face
Blood for the
these
Blood God.
demons.
Slanesh, Zinch, Horn, and Papa, Daddy. Dang it, I forget his name. Everybody calls him Papa, or like Dad, or Father. Uh-oh. Oh, dang. That's really cool. That was really, really cool. My dumbass was about to say... Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Oh, is that the... I don't remember. I don't know who that is. Maybe the Crow guy? Might be the Crow guy. Anyway, my dumbass was about to say, like, oh, man, these demons really look like the demons from Diablo. And yeah, I should slap myself for almost uttering those words. That'd be horrible. Okay, let's see. So reveal trailer, unit spotlight. Okay, kind of the same thing. We'll watch this one. Reading.
A lord of rage, born of destruction, of insatiable bloodlust. We are his savagery incarnate, the epitome of brutality.
Cool.
Rewarded for our ferocity. Join our relentless hunt. Enact the wrath of the Blood God. Unleash your fury.
That might be something fun to play. I don't think I'd get very many viewers, but Total War. It's like looks like the Balrog. Gosh, yeah, this guy looks like the Balrog. Cool. Oh goodness, that sounded weird. Warhammer 2. This is the same thing. Trial by Fire. 3 weeks ago. Or Warhammer 3. Is this an early one? Or is this a new one?
Key slave.
The Key Slave. Yay!
The motherland has turned her back on us.
The two factions, gotcha.
Exiled to a wasted land. Brothers and sisters betrayed. Was the meek cling to power? Is it just? To be the bulwark the world relies on? Does it make us weak? To witness endless loss? Do we falter? No. We are molded by it. Forged hot against an anvil of ice. Rage consumes us. But from the fire, we rise again.
If this game just runs better than 2 does, but I can take everything from 2 into this game, and 1, I'm gonna be happy. That's all I want. Just give me a grand campaign that actually runs well. Oh wow. That's a big one. Oh. Messing everything up. Um, that was cool. Really here that I'm interested in really. That's Warhammer 2 stuff, and I've seen that. And 10 and 1. Frickin' lizard men. Wanna see more of them. I wanna do. Hey, look, it's me. Wrong title, but it's me. Hey, Orch, how you doing? Excuse me. How are things going on your end of the world? As you can tell, this is my YouTube thing. You can tell what I'm into. I don't know, I can't think of any. I think I might just start playing Dead by Daylight just to pass the time. Enjoying it. How dare you enjoy it? I'm glad. I'm glad you're enjoying it. What?
Good lord. I can't wait to see the Magic and Resident Evil 3 remake.
If there be another master for Resident Evil 3.
Please click on Resident Evil 3.
What am I... What have I gotten myself into here? How long is this? 4 minutes? Okay. Oh, good.
Dr. Bard.
Oh, thank God. Do you know how
I guess that's
I tried to
pre-rendered.
reach somebody?
Don't worry, we're gonna get you out of there. Just tell me where you are.
I'm trapped in a goddamn hospital, surrounded by every kind of abomination.
Nikolai, how are we doing?
The town's crawling.
Oh goodness, Nikolai, no!
No chance of fighting our way out of the city. Why is she here?
She's helping get the trains running again.
Bad time to start getting dead weight for her. She's unreliable. Can't pull the trigger when it counts.
Hey, take it easy.
I guess that's Carlos,
She'll get
but...
you killed.
Yeah, I'm just not...
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Everyone's a little worked up. Oh, come on.
Why did they do it to Jill's face?
The city needs that vaccine.
Thank you. Thank you. That looks hilarious. No! Oh my god, no, she's an abomination! Like the video before, no!
But I'm in this business to get paid. So let's make a deal. You go down there, battle the Nemesis, and I'll record it all and sell the combat art. Put on a good show, and maybe I don't need the vaccine. Agreed? Good.
Look, just send in stars. They're gonna know what to do.
No, negative. RPD's overrun too.
Send somebody who's capable of getting me the hell out of here.
I like him already.
Yeah, you would. You heard what he said.
Oh,
You
good.
can't turn him over to the company.
Is that Stallone?
Good work. Your reputation is well deserved.
Oh no, Miguel!
Good work. Your reputation
No!
is well deserved.
No, Miguel, no!
Carlos, Tyrell, you have your orders. You need to go back out into the city and find Nathaniel Bard.
This isn't the last ride out of town, right?
Do not worry. Once the civilians are safe, the train will be back.
It's alright, you go on ahead. I'm not gonna die on you. Leave you in a cold.
That face.
Vaccine research could save us all.
Oh god, that was terrifying.
You're not going to stop me. Promised you this, didn't I?
Jill?
Oh no, don't care. My client ordered me to reduce umbrella to rubber.
10 minutes until missile
Ah. That missile has launched. And that is my cue to... Goodbye, Miss Valentine.
500% recommended.
Goodness. Goodness gracious. That was wonderful. This might be a fun one to watch. The Nemesis in Dead by Daylight. I don't know how many people have seen it. But it is fun one. It is... Oh, I gotta watch this though. What? Howdy SOB.
So it goes underground. Huh. That's it. That's our way out. Lieutenant Branna! Marvin! It's time to go.
Am I downloading any? Why is my...
We need to get you to a hospital right now.
My internet's doing so terribly. Is it this?
Save yourself.
Come on, I've got you. Go! Look, we
Fine.
can still make it out of here together.
I'll call you. It's fine.
It's too late.
Come on.
I tried, Leon. But I couldn't.
Oh, goodness.
We can't.
That's terrifying.
It's on you now. Just go.
I understand. I won't let you down, Marvin. Marvin! It's time to go. Hey, Marvin.
Oh, goodness, that's terrifying. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out my internet right now.
No,
Because it is dying on me.
Save yourself.
Hold on.
Come on, I've got you. Go!
Maybe if I end this stupid thing.
Just give me...
It's too late. I tried, Leon. But I couldn't stop it. We can't let this thing spread. It's on you now. Just go.
There's some increase there.
I understand.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. My priority mode was just like not doing well with my bit. Nope, bitrate still's dropping randomly. Whatever. Oh God. I wasn't expecting that shit. Okay. Yeah, my bitrate just got better. A little bit, not by much. I wanted to go up by like another, like, I want it to double, basically. Sorry, doing other things on my computer right now. Hello. Hey, Carson, how are you? Hey, everyone, it's Carson!
How are you, you handsome son of a gun?
I'm doing well, how are you? You
I'm
also
all
handsome son of a
right.
gun.
Just did a little bit of piano practice, and now I'm here.
Nice, nice. Still doing the One Punch Sorrow theme? Yeah.
It's slow going, but that means that I'm either out of my league or it's an appropriate one for me to be working on.
It I think I think the notion of it being out of your league is preposterous. So,
Well, out, out of your league is always like a, are you trying to jump too quickly to the next level? Well, I mean, spend 80 hours on it and you'll get it. But if you had taken a few of the other steps, you wouldn't have to spend 80 hours on this one thing. You might only have to spend 16 hours or whatever. So um, I don't think it's out of my league. I think it's just it's challenging me to use my left hand in ways that I'm not used to using my left hand. So that means that it's good developmental work for me.
Cool.
That's the thought, anyways.
I also approve of the song choice because it is an incredible song.
Yeah, it's a fantastic arrangement. It is. So. It's one of those arrangements where I listened to the arrangement and I thought, okay, yeah, this is gonna have to happen.
So I'm playing it. I'm playing it for the stream right now. Let me actually share this.
Excellent.
To you. Excuse me. Okay, sorry. Getting distracted.
No worries.
Poop. And poop. Poop. And yeah. I know when you're in. I know you've heard it and are practicing it 100 times, but we're doing it.
No, I'm here. I'm here. Okay.
No movement rider, nah! You said you're not really trying to get to this point of you're just trying to do the beginning part.
I mean, I love to get it all.
Oh, of course.
I'm working through the beginning part now. I've gotten maybe the first, 30, 40 seconds of it.
Okay.
Slowly. I need to pick up the pace a little bit, but I tend to like songs played slow.
Right.
Especially in minor keys.
Mm-hmm. Is this the same one, but like, no. It's I guess another song, but dark and depressing.
See, the only one that really can compete with this song, and one that I would love to This is one. If I can have you play one more, if you
Yeah.
don't mind.
No, not at all.
It's Patrick Pietschmann's version of Uguay's theme. So just do Uguay theme piano.
How do you spell Uruguay?
Oogway.
OOGW.
AY. Uguay theme piano. Let's see which number in the list is.
Okay,
Number
gotcha.
one.
This one
There
here?
it is. Yeah. So this is one where okay, I'll take half of the song because the second half just goes nuts, and I want to one day be able to do it all.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
too good. This is another incredibly emotional one.
I'm guessing this is around the part where you're like, all right, I'm okay.
I gotta be able to learn this one day too.
Of course, but like this, I'm sure is the like, okay, I you know, like I can take a break at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
Damn.
Yeah, he's really good, and I hate him.
That's the correct response to skill.
Yeah, that guy's just super great at what he does, and he's a absolute paragon of virtuoso of the instrument and the craft. And I wish he was dead.
Fuck that guy. It's like, jeez.
It's incredible. Like so, Patrick Pietzman, he's done a lot of neat arrangements for varying kind of film scores and stuff. You know, he seems to have a affinity for picking Hans Zimmer works, but that's because Hans Zimmer creates fantastic movie scores, very emotive storytelling movie scores, and then he does a real good job of arranging them over to piano and then playing them. Or creating piano arrangements and playing them. So I have his sheet music for Uguay Ascends. I think I also have his sheet music for Interstellar, the Interstellar theme,
Hmm.
which is one I'd really love to learn to play too. It's a good one. I'm sitting on lots of sheet music. I'm sitting on way more sheet music than I really need to have right now because I'm so many things to learn to play. But over time and enjoying it.
Collect all the sheet
Theoretically,
music.
yeah. Theoretically, at some point these songs get picked up faster. I don't know how that was supposed to work, but
Right.
I think I'm supposed to at some point learn how to just sight read, but that just seems so daunting, and I don't know. One day, maybe. I don't know.
You'll get there.
Yeah, maybe. Not. It's not. You know, clawing at me like, oh, I got to get this. Like I got plenty of other stuff to do. Read,
Hmm.
reread, take notes on. Now that I've got this philosophy book in, so
Hmm.
as if there wasn't enough to do with math. Now we're getting into the philosophy of mathematics, which gets
That sounds so
complicated.
like counterintuitive in my head.
It's when I first heard about it, I was like, really, guys? Like, do we have nothing better to do with our time than to do this? And now that I've done a bit of reading onto it, in my head, I'm like, oh no, we really need to figure this out. So it's one of those like things that worms in where it starts and it's just like a blink, and you're like, this is really dumb. Like, who cares? You know, really, who cares? Um, and then now that it's kind of been in there a bit more, it's fascinating arguments both ways, but also the consequences are and the ramifications are significant. It just takes time, I think, and a bit of exposure to really appreciate it and seeing where it extends to really grasp some of the notes of what they get at. Because I used to think of it like the old like existentialism and existence kind of arguments of like, you know, Descartes and other philosophy, you know, like I think, therefore I am, or it's like, oh, like solipsism, like what if I'm the only one that exists and everything else is just a projection of my imagination, or simulation theory, where we're all just we're existing inside a computer simulation. It's like, really, who cares? You know, like if we exist or don't exist, really, who cares? If I'm the only one or I don't or what have you, it all feels real enough to me or what, and so on. Like that all to this day still isn't very interesting to me.
Right.
But the existence of certain the idea of the existence of mathematics or the existence of mathematical objects, that's just interesting.
Hmm.
It's like, oh, like do these things and do these things exist, and in what way do they or don't they exist, and what are the consequences of if they do exist or if they don't exist? And there's just these competing philosophies that have not been resolved, have been argued for well over 100 years, and kind of they couldn't figure out any way to resolve them, so they just kind of were like, all right, we'll have to move on to different problems, and now they're starting to kind of rehash back up. And here's to hoping that some more interesting developments get made. We'll
Yeah.
see.
It's you're right. It's a what's the word I'm looking for? It's a legitimate question as any other, is why do we math? Why
Yeah,
do
and like
math?
honestly, like what 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 exactly that? Like just saying what over and over again. Like what is this? Why it matter? Like why it's so good at what it do? And then it's
Why do we do?
yeah, and it starts. I mean, one of the things it really starts into is it says, you know, because one of the first questions that got asked that we don't necessarily think to ask is like, shit, math is really important for physics and
Hmm.
chemistry, but
Hmm.
why? Like we made up math more or less, didn't we? Like they were doing a lot of math without algebra, and then someone kind of quote made up algebra or discovered algebra, and then someone kind of made up or discovered calculus, and there's ways to do these things in different ways, and we just chose a base 10 system, and so on. And so it seems like math changed the rules and it's super arbitrary. So why is it so good at science? And there are people who are saying, well, you can do all these scientific theories without math. And then there are people who come back and say, well, actually, can you? And they go, well, I'm going to try to show you. And then that's part of the debate is, can you do things like justifying or establishing the theory of gravity or the theory of relativity without recourse to mathematics? And there's attempts to do that, and
Right.
it's wild. Because one of the arguments for the existence of mathematical objects, some kind of mathematical entities, is their indispensability to science, physical sciences. Like you can't do calculations of relativity or gravity without math. The math is indispensable. You can't do it without it. So since it's indispensable, it
Excuse
means
me.
that our understanding in science relies on it. Okay? If it relies on it, then there's got to be something of real existential consequence to mathematics. There has to be something out there somewhere, right? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? And it's so it really there's one of the big things about it is the indispensability of mathematics to the physical sciences. And there's different essays on it, discussion points, and it remains a fascinating topic in the consequences of things. All these different schools of thought, from Platonism to nominalism and their sub-schools, like realists, anti-realists, or intuitionists, or fictionalists. There's all these different like sub-schools, like, and some of them are interesting and maybe strange in some regards, and you kind of have to decide which one you sort of subscribe to, and then you reject all the other ones as completely wrong and stupid, and then you defend yours, and you just don't listen to any other countervailing opinions, period.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
That's how you take care of things like that. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wait. People are telling me you don't. I think they're crazy.
Listen, if you think I'm wrong, you have to prove it, because I'm probably right. And I don't have to prove that I'm right. You just have to prove that I'm wrong. Also, I'm not going to listen to you while you try and do it, so get out. Tell it to the fishes, buddy.
Oh, goddamn, I was chewing spicy Cheetos when you said that, and it made me laugh. That was good. That was good. That was good. I like that. That was good.
Good. Most good. Man.
Oh! Have you seen the new JonTron?
I have.
Dang it!
The father of juicing.
Oh, fuck a good up Fuck it, we're watching it again.
13 glasses on the hour, every hour.
How many carrots is that?
You shouldn't be here. You should be dead. Oh, no, really? It's like, I saw you dying, and I saw your soul leave your body. No, the single best clip was where he's like, I feel like I'm 35 again, and he reaches over to the boat, and he just falls in the water and just disappears.
Hold on, I need to find that clip.
I love it. It's the single best clip, and I sent it to my friend, and then I didn't realize that.
Is that toward the end?
No, it's towards the beginning, fortunately. And I hope my friend just saw that clip and said, I don't like JonTron, or just maybe didn't even watch it all, because if she continued watching, because like at the end, like he does this whole like suicide gag, and I was like,
oh my god, dude!
Like I sent it to the wrong person.
Dude, both the gun suicide gag and the jumping off the bridge suicide gag were fucking hilarious.
They were,
I
especially because of
don't
how
care.
cheaply the bridge throw one is. But this is, you know, the friend I'm talking about, right? So,
Yeah.
like, I was like, oh
Remember,
no,
you're
I
on.
hope, I
You're
hope,
on. Yeah.
I hope you didn't keep talk or keep watching or what have you. And it's like, because I just don't want to upset anyone. Is all.
Right.
Like, I'm not
Right.
trying to
Right.
like
Right.
take anyone over. I just don't want to upset anyone. It's like, oh, I
Oh.
had no idea it was coming. I just saw the funny scene of him falling into the water, and then I just immediately tried to like clip, like do the timestamp and share. That was a
Yeah.
foolish mistake.
No, I get it. But yes, both of those bits were the gun one. Oh my god, this is a gun!
He's like, oh, this is a gun. Like, I could have died.
That made me laugh so hard. Oh, oh, God. Where's that bit with the bow? Oh, this one? Here we go. No, damn it.
Yeah, the guy. It starts the guy with the
At
bow,
age.
and it presses on.
That's juice strength right there. Ever since I've been juicing, I've been getting these extraordinary feats of strength. And look at this. Look at me. I feel like I'm 35 again. Oh, where's the juice? Somebody give me the juice! Oh, God!
He's the author of the New York Times bestseller, The Juice Man's Power of...
Perfect. And just so we can get the other ones out of the way, because they're legitimately funny. I'm sorry.
No, you don't have. No, you.
No,
don't
you're right.
apologize. You
You're
only
right. I
apologize
don't.
when something's
Yes,
wrong. Like,
you're right.
No apologies.
I don't have to be. I don't have to be apologetic. But you may think, "Oh my God, Jared, why are you joking about that?" Because it's funny. Shut up.
What you should aim for, and how are you going to do that?
Avoid oncoming traffic?
Well, what you put in your mouth.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was thinking that too, Jay. Like you said, we're not gonna be around forever.
I like that.
Oh, fuck, this is a gun!
Here's to your health, right?
That, I could have literally died, like, right now. And we're filming it. All right, say no more. Color me convinced, okay? Where can I...
Ending makes it so much. Oh, the ending makes it so fucking much.
Oh man.
Okay, and then the bridge one. We gotta do the bridge one. Don't forget the lead-in.
Oh! A juice is born! I'll just put the beans there to catch the rest of the juice. Okay. Let's give it a try. What? Are you supposed to see that many?
Oh my God, the music choice. I forgot.
Yeah, it's a fucking underwater world.
Oh God. So I didn't see that other one as a suicide. That second one as a suicide one. I just saw it as him stumbling off a bridge.
I did too. I didn't see it as a suicide one.
But the gun one,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The bridge one is just ridiculous because you can literally just see a person just throwing the doll off the bridge. Like they don't even like try to hide it. Like it's just a person just like hurls this doll off a bridge.
Yep. Oh God, that was so funny. Oh.
I do kind of miss JonTron's like video game explorations, interviews, and stuff like that. I delight in the pop culture and like silly stuff and things like that. I still delight in it, but I sometimes look back and I miss it. So, oh man, I wonder when we're gonna get into the like game thing someday, maybe, possibly. Who knows?
Because he still loves his games. It's just,
yeah,
he's not making shows about it. Basically, like he makes tweets about it and stuff.
Yeah, and I fault it. He does what he likes, and cool deal. Some of those were really good, or just it was neat to see him pick a theme and then play like like Hercules or Conan, you know. And
Conan one was good.
Conan one was good.
It actually might be one of my favorite episodes because the Conan and the Hercules one, they're both really well done.
Yeah, I like when he's playing through some games and he actually finds some he likes. It's like the last Conan game where he's like, "Oh, finally," and he's just mashing people and blooding him up. I also like the Japanese shoot 'em ups.
Japanese shoot 'em up, and of course our favorite, or one of our favorites, being Takeshi's Challenge. Like,
of course, Takeshi's Challenge is great too, and because that's one game the whole way through. The shoot 'em ups is he's just
that's true.
You know, he goes back into Kubrick at the end and stuff.
Can I go back into Kubrick?
I want to go back into Kubrick. We don't have to, you know, have to, like become an old man and watch myself like die. Like, I don't have to do the space.
Yeah, you know.
I'll do.
We don't even have to do the space baby. All right, I'll do the space baby.
I was really charmed by the one-off episode they did of like little animations of them like drinking around a table and just like having like drunk conversations on stuff. It was an animation, and they only did one episode of it. I guess it didn't. I guess the production costs were too high or something, or is too long of a development time, or they just didn't get the numbers that they wanted to continue with it. I really liked that. It's a pity they didn't do more. It was fun, but you know.
Some of these, yeah, exactly. They do some of these like really cool ideas, and then it's just like continue with them. It's like nope.
Yeah, well, we didn't get the numbers. We just didn't get the numbers.
Another one of my favorite early episodes of his is where he's just drunk playing Castlevania. Like, I love that episode. Let's see if we can find it. Actually, let me do it that way, just so if people want to see it on their own, they can see the URL.
Hey, we're in Pokemon. We're in Pokemon, so what? Because that's possible.
Young Johnny is evolving.
Wow, it's my 21st birthday. I gotta do something real special. You got any ideas, Jackaroo?
Get drunk, get dizzy.
Remember back when JonTron started?
21?
Alright, nobody. Anyways, I did a review on a little game called Castlevania Legacy of Darkness. It was a terrible video. Nonetheless, I mentioned in that video that there is a certain Castlevania game that I'd need to revisit at a later date. Now, I don't like all Castlevania games, but we'll save that for another time. It's a special day, time to visit a very special game. The Castlevania Adventure. This game. This fucking game. Now, I know that it's actually called Castlevania The Adventure.
Oh no, this is somebody else's. This is a lost video. 2011.
I'm calling it that.
2011. Okay, so yeah.
What's going on here? I tell you, the game itself.
Yeah, so he's 30, 31.
Better be as epic as the box art. Shit. I actually know what the game's like, so it's kind of counterintuitive to say that. This game gave me nightmares. Nightmares. It's possibly the worst game ever. Like, just the worst game. It's time to man up. It's time to grow some balls. It's time to revisit this game. But I can't do it sober. Being my 21st birthday and all. Steel Reserve. Seagrams. Now it's time to get my shot glass. I'm actually just going to take a bunch of that, go in the other room, and start playing the game and recording, so I don't know how it's gonna go. Don't try this at home, kids. You just might end up dead. Okay. Okay. Fuck. Oh, mama. What the fuck am I doing? This is the worst fucking idea I've ever had. Jacques, you can't have any Seagrams. Are you 21? What? You're like 1.5 fucking half. Should I drink the Steel Reserve too? What I'm trying to say to you is that I'm not done drinking the booze. Hallelujah. We're gonna play the Castlevania adventure. I'm not done. Let's get started. Where's the Steel Reserve? What? We're playing a game? This is the worst game I've ever played. It's a Game Boy game. Came out in 19, who gives a shit? And all I've got to say is, what the shit is look at this. Okay, I'm just gonna start off saying, keeping it real. Why you move like a goddamn sloth with AIDS? That's offensive. Couldn't they okay, I know Castlevania 1, let's flash a clip of it. Castlevania 1, in case you didn't know what the fucking SNES is. NES, excuse me. Oh, we got this guy, take a look at, here, I'm gonna put a little E finger over here, and I'm gonna show you that he doesn't even look like, look at this. I'm the bad guy, practically. Look at that shit. It's the same thing. Why does the hero gotta look like the goddamn... He doesn't even look like a character. You got some... I guess, actually, let's bring E-Hand back. He just looks like we got a little cape around here. A little butt cape. And maybe that's hair. Okay, first of all, what's going on right here? What's happening right here is what I want to know. How's his legs are collapsing into his torso. I believe that's how he's jumping. This game it's good and all. No, it's not. What the fuck is this shit? Basically, this game, okay, first of all, you're sitting here as a kid, you're trying to play a game, you're trying to have fun, but, you know in Mario, you got that feeling of progression, you're like, oh, I'm going forward, I'm going backward, you don't go backward. The thing I'm trying to say is that, just fucking eagle, how you get fuck? You move at the speed of molasses, also known as molasses. Oh, these eagles! Are they even eagles? Maybe they're JetBlue, the company. Climb frickin' the Beach Boys on a hot summer Sunday. Okay, first of all, what is this shit? You can go through you just climbing through, it's still like you're climbing a rope, but you're climbing through bricks, or what I am to believe are bricks. Nonetheless, it's not really important. When you get the ball, oh, there was a 1-up. When you get the ball, you get this little ball at the end of your whip, because, I don't know, I guess slapping people in the face with balls is something that's considered more powerful than your whip. What is this? Look at this. All the enemies in this game, you can walk, they can't walk any faster than you, and you can't walk any faster than them. Who designed this game? In the game, I swear, you're supposed to have some sort of control over how you move. But in this game, it's just all tittles and winks. Watch it, I can do it. I'm gonna get that one over to the
I
right.
realized he starts turning into,
Damn, I got it! I got both of them.
When he's...
You can't get skill like that unless you
when he's
move
drunk.
to PBG and John's house. Who ordered more vodka? Shit, zombie!
He drinks
This
like
isn't a review at all
21-year-old
anymore.
me did. So I'm just gonna keep on going, cause fuck it.
Whoa! Oh, I'm running out of Okay. Oh, they dropped like a poo-poo. But this is the part that fucks me off. Not the good kind. Look at this. Okay, your jump, look, you know Spring Jump Bob over here. This is our main character. Look at how hard you gotta be. Jeez, that's hard. Look at this. How are you supposed to get over this gap? Like that, apparently. I can't even possibly. Look at this shit. Why would you? This is a level design. This is just. They just. What is this? You have to be literally perfect, on the edge. But this is what you. Just fucking bat. Okay. PBG's done this. He's played this part, and he was like, why did they make this? Literally, if you didn't have as much experience, you just whip straight and just bat. Not only is it hard enough, it hard. I'm gonna get it. Not only is it hard to maneuver this, but it's hard. Oh, look at this shit. They gotta put this at the end of it. Oh, if I don't get it? Okay. But a novice player at Castlevania Legend of the Shadow, which is what we're playing, a novice would have just... Where'd I go? How'd I get here? Let's get back up. Okay. We're good. Okay. How do you do this? Whoa! He's got a penis of doom. Whoa! Look at him. I'm gonna lose. We're gonna have to do the whole level over again, aren't we? There's not gonna be a level 2 of this, is there? You got penis of doom. How do you dodge this? How do you dodge a piece of doom? Okay, he went up that time. Okay. Oh, he's gonna... Watch the skill. Oh, he's backwards. Okay. Oh, just touch him real quick and go. You gotta 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 touch him real quick and go. Oh, you gotta touch him real quick and go. Touch him. Oh, he's gonna hit me that time. No, he didn't. He went up for some stupid reason. Touch him real quick and go. Touch him real quick and go. Touch him real quick and go. Touch him. Oh, he's not dead.
Oh.
I died on 1 life. I can't do that again. All right.
Hey, John. What do you think of Mark Carr, ADD at work?
Looks like a girl who's got 4D titties.
Did you happen to miss any of the videos I made in the last couple weeks?
Got
no
'em.
problem. Just click right there.
You know, I'm downloading Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis.
Oh, hold up, I forgot that. Ow! Hold on. Is that on Steam?
Yeah. You might want to commit yourself because it is 96 gigs.
I had a... That's chump change, I'm gonna say, because fucking... No, hold on. No. Not because... Yeah, of course. No, not because of my system, but because I've had to download the Call of Duty game, which is like 500 gigs.
Here we go. Copy image. Here we go. I'm just gonna send this right over to the free-for-all general. Here we go. There it is.
You send to the free-for-all general. Nope, shit. Perfect. If you'd like to follow along at home, join the Discord. It's that way. I think that way.
It's clearly worth your time.
Yes. Phantasy Star New Genesis. Is this just an update from Phantasy Star 2?
I don't know. Just was talking about it, and I'm just gonna give it a try.
I mean, I enjoy Phantasy Star. Like ever since I played it on I think on the GameCube the first time around, but it did go back.
I've heard it was around a long time, right? So I heard people using it a long time ago. I heard Phantasy Star, there were laser swords. All I know is it's rated M for partial nudity, which means we're either guaranteed some good side boob or some good thongs. And so I'm in.
Okay, well let me download as well. I do have to.
It's not gonna be done until like next month, so.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll start down. You know what? I will start downloading it anyway. It'll probably tank my stream, but fuck it. Actually, it won't because I think it's the stream itself, like my Streamlabs, and not my internet from my computer. So.
And even then, if you're streaming, that's your upload, not your download, anyways, right? So.
Fair enough. My download has been very good, so.
Yeah. The stream has been fuzzing out on Twitch every so often for me, but that's just because, again, I'm downloading a game. And
no, if it fuzzes out, it's probably me as well. My upload is being a pain in the butt.
Yeah, it could be. It could be me. It could be you. It could be both. It could be neither. And magic. I don't know. Is it raining? It did It's raining. Yes, thank goodness.
We've been needing rain.
Hope it keeps raining for a while.
So I was playing the older play because I was like, you know what, let me try playing that game again. The sensitivity for the mouse is the Old Republic. Sorry. I played that when I streamed, and it was like the mouse sensitivity is so bad. Like
you're super choppy.
How about now?
Oh yeah.
Hello.
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 Yeah, it was happening. I was just checking it was happening on the stream too. It was, but you sound a bit better now.
I don't know. I just paused my download, so that might be it. I'll try downloading it tonight after the stream.
Yeah, just download over. Oh, it's multitask, right? Download and sleep, sleep and download.
Yeah.
Sleep and load.
Sleep and load. That's the only thing I hate about streaming is when I start thinking of a song and I want to start singing it, I can't because they might do the suing. And it'd be like
the who what?
I said there's a song I'm thinking up in my head, but I can't sing it too much because like they might do the suing.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I'm just pressing it. Yeah. Today's day the 8th. Couple more days and they release the Resident Evil stuff for Dead by Daylight, and I'm excited. Let's see.
Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
That just recently popped onto Steam, right?
No. It's been going on for a while. It's that asymmetrical 1v4 horror game.
Oh, duh. No, I was thinking of I was
Dying
thinking
Light?
of that Dying Light. Yeah.
Dying Light 2.
That's what
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. Before I started playing Dead by Daylight, I was doing the same thing all the time. It was just like, oh yeah, Dying Light. I really like that. Oh wait, no. I mean, I do, but like I'm thinking of the wrong game. My bad.
No worries.
No. I'm just in that hypothetical convert anyway. Anything else fun? What you been up to? You've been doing a lot of Elder Scrolls, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of readily available, I mean, it feels an MMO fix.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been digging or in the mood to play some kind of MMO stuff, and I generally like trying to have some kind of MMO to kind of stick to, and it captures the MMO in the sense that it lets you do like a lot of adventure. And there's a lot to like adventure and discover, and there's new things to discover and unlock. There's a lot of that, so there's so many things to like make and craft and so on. It suffers from a number of issues. I would honestly give the game like a 7 or 8 out of 10, maybe 7. I I don't like it when games have obvious metas. And when if they're gonna give you like 700 choices and then there's 4 or 5 viable ones for end game play. This is a failure of game design, in my opinion. I love the choices. I don't like the realization that many of the choices are ultimately meaningless if you wanted to engage some of the highest tiers of play.
Gotcha.
It is tough to do a MMO of the Elder Scrolls style. Elder Scrolls is such a single player experience.
Give me 1 second, Carson.
Sure thing.
Sorry. Hey, Neff.
No worries.
I haven't gotten through Final Fantasy VII yet on the PlayStation 4. However, with my new setup, I do want to go through it with Carson here and maybe Chris, because we started it, and then I do want to. So like Carson and I are, besides you, Neff, you would be the only other person I talk Final Fantasy VII with all the time. So it's like Carson and Neff. Those are the two people I went to. So yeah.
Where's his messages coming up through? I don't see him in the chat room.
They're coming up through YouTube. Actually, I think his message is coming through. I'm streaming to YouTube and Facebook at the same time as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That is heckin' cool. Yeah, man. I didn't know that they were dropping more Final Fantasy VII content.
They're doing a Yuffie DLC.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So it's okay.
It's kind of like what she was doing before she joined the party, kind of adventure.
I mean, that's cool and all, but it'd be neat if maybe instead of that they actually dropped a
PC version.
Red 13.
Oh.
Like actually play the guy who's in the game.
Yeah.
He was already there and
playable.
And he actually has like a limit break and everything, but you can't control him. But he's there, and I think they hinted. I think there's a like an Easter egg or a cameo of like Yuffie somewhere in the game, though. I thought so. I think they were really hinting that there was going to be a Yuffie thing coming next. I can't remember though.
I'm not sure they can do a big and wedge expansion. I would love to pre-order it. Is this showing up? Yeah, it's showing up on the stream itself. You should be able to see it there, Carson.
I am. Oh. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, just I think I have the Twitch stream up and it's like periods delayed, so I guess I should bring up the other stream and see it there.
I mean, not that you have to do the YouTube stream. I mean, on the video itself, I have the. But yeah, you're right. It is on delay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So,
there's a boy.
How do I pin this? How do I put it back? How do I unpop out? How do I pop? Oh, there it is. Pop in. Yeah. So the Elder Scrolls Dilemma is turning a super single player game into an MMO. And what Elder Scrolls does so well as a true for a single player game is that it really leans into the single player experience. You are the unique, the special, the amazing. We'll just use the Lego term. You're the special. And that's great. It feels good to be the special. You're the person who's doing cool stuff and you get to do the special thing that specials the world. That's all great and fine. And that's wonderful. It doesn't translate super nice to MMOs, I feel, because I have to somehow contend with the fact that I'm the special and everyone else is the special too. And there's thousands upon thousands of specials out there. And we constitute the vast majority of the population of the world. So it's hard to rationalize a lot of MMO logic. I get it. But nevertheless, one of the things that Elder Scrolls seems to pride itself in a single player game is that you can kind of do everything. You want to be like an assassin or a thief or a wizard or a spell sword or a super knight. You can do whatever you want, and your one character can do. And you can be like a super crafter and a super alchemist and a super explorer and a super historian, and you just do all these things right. Well, the MMO takes that in stride.
Mm-hmm.
And so every class can basically be a tank or a healer or a damage dealer in their own ways, but some classes do it better.
Mm-hmm.
And then you level up your weapon skills, and they're one of the vehicles by which you can be one of the varying forms of class as well, and a role that to fill. And so it's a huge number of options. One thing I lament is that in terms of crafting, everyone can just like master all like 7 crafts.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not about who went
Oh,
into what
excuse me.
craft and creating specialists there. It's
Mm-hmm.
about um, who has the right recipes that can make the thing that you want. It's like, oh, I want legs of this. I want the leg pieces of this armor set, but I don't have the piece that lets me. I don't have the unlock that lets me make or wear it. So I have to go do like adventuring stuff to get the piece that allows me to wear it. But if I can get the piece that lets me wear it, I can also make it. It's a
Wait.
bit yeah, it's a bit confused. It doesn't know what it wants to be in that regard.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
crafting is
that's
treated very much as single player style crafting. Like you can craft for others, but to me it really seems like you're just gonna invest and learn how to craft yourself because you keep getting skill points and can basically unlock all the skills to all crafts and all the guilds. So my guys like I remember the Mages Guild and the Fighters Guild and the Assassins Guild and the Thieves Guild. And it's just
but
like
you
also
but
save
you
the
have to
world.
find the armor first to craft it.
So
Sorry, I
they're
guess I yeah.
so they're when you if you find the armor in the world,
Mm-hmm.
then you have the armor, but it may not have the trait or be made to in the level the weight that you want. So maybe it's the light armor version, and you want the heavy armor version. And
Right.
there's almost all the armor sets you find are part of a set, and you wanted the certain set bonus.
Hmm.
So you can make it. Some armors, not all the dungeon armors, you can't, but you can make a lot of overworld adventuring armors, and a lot of the later sets you learn how to make by finding what are called motifs. And it says like, oh, like motif Eben Shadow pauldrons. And it lets you make the light, medium, and heavy pauldrons, shoulder armor of the Eben Shadow style. If you don't
Hmm.
have that motif, you can't even wear the pauldrons.
Oh,
Like
wow.
you have to you can wear them if you find them in the world, but what I've been told is like if someone crafts those pauldrons, you can't wear the crafted version. You can only wear the ones that you find in the world by luck or by chance. So you have to find the motif that lets you craft and wear it. This is what I've been told. I've been told several times. I thought I was mistaken, and maybe I still am, but I was told several times, yeah, you need to have the motif in order to equip it if it's been crafted. So if I'm going through all the trouble to find the motif, by that point, I probably can just craft it and use it myself, or just
Right.
do it myself. Maybe someone has some crafting traits that I don't know. I'll just get those traits and not pay someone. And so it doesn't let me do the thing that I really want to care to do in an MMO, which is to be like a super crafter.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but most MMOs don't really allow for that. But hell, there's not even like a bit of specialization. Like you can just be an ultimate crafter.
Mm-hmm.
And also, when you unlock that motif, it's account wide. So if you've unlocked it for one character, you've unlocked it for all your characters.
Hmm.
So to make a new character like that, I can just make that awesome shoulder for that on that leveled up character and make it at a lower level for one of my other characters. And that
Does
they
it
have that shoulder.
does it at least have armors you can only get in crafting, or is it like anything you craft you can get in the world?
Um, I don't think it's a truly one-to-one.
Okay.
I think that it is. I think that the relationship of crafted and overworld or like crafted armors versus all world armors
Hmm.
is injective, so that one is a subset of the other, like obviously. So, but there are certain dungeon armors or weapons that you can't craft. I know this because my friend and I ran a dungeon called Arcs um, like 80 times on the hope that this one staff with this one property would drop. We ran it like 80 times. The advantage is, as long as we're in the group together, if it drops for me, I can trade it to her. So you can
Oh,
actually
okay.
trade the dungeon, even though they're kind of quote buy on pickup, they're not quite. You can trade the dungeon drops.
Okay. That's not bad.
So when there was 2 of us in a group, there was twice the chance that we would get the drop. It still took about 80 runs, and it was like more than 80 between the 2 of us. It was more like at the very least we did probably 40 runs together, and she did a whole lot without me. So it was a lot of grinding. And it was just dropping because I mean you talk about a boss that has 27 drops or more than 27. It's like there were like 50 something drops that the boss could drop, and they were all equally likely. So the thing you're looking for had like a 1.7% chance to drop.
Jeez,
So
that sounds like a Skinner box issue. Like
it's a grind game. It's a grind fest, and then you do later stuff, and so you do these other dungeons, and there's a guild in the game called the Undaunted that's about dungeon grinding, end game dungeon grinds.
Yeah.
And as you do these daily quests, they give you keys, and you get 5 keys. You can unlock a box, and it gives you a random shoulder piece, specifically a shoulder piece of one of 2 sets, but it's a random piece of the 2 sets, and it's of the random weight category. So one box drops one of 6 pieces, and you want one of those 6, but you don't get any choice in the matter. If it drops the wrong one, you just SOL, do more running, and then grind it out and get another box. So it's very, very, very grindy. There are so many points and different things in the game where you were at the altar of the almighty RNG, and it sucks. This is tired game design. I'm done with it. It should not be the primary thing that's happening in a game. If there's going to be RNG, give me some agency. I'll obfuscate it behind some other stuff. Hide the RNG, but just make it so overtly RNG that I'm just grinding a thing 80 times over and so on. And she was not the only one. We would go into this dungeon and several other randoms in the group would say, yeah, I'm here for the Inferno staff of Medusa. It's like, oh, you too? Like, I'm also here for the Inferno staff of Medusa.
But you
And because
said
it was a known item of a known set that's in the meta.
and you said it had specific properties that it needed on it, or like
Yeah. So Inferno staff is a particular. There's 3 kinds of staff: Inferno, Lightning, and like Restoration.
Oh, gotcha.
So that's a imagine the difference between Inferno staff and Lightning staff, like a bow and a crossbow.
Gotcha.
And you have talent points in crossbow that you can't get in bow. So you want the crossbow, not the bow. Well, not only that, but a weapon that you get, it comes with an enchantment and a trait. So it has all kinds of things going on, and there's a lot.
Yeah, you're an asshole. How dare you do that to this man? How dare you?
One time I played this game. I forget what it was called, but I was like, you know what? I want to have a lot of options. I love having options. So I'm going to pick the one class in fantasy that is always about having a lot of choice at your disposal. So I made a wizard. I think in the game they called it a mage. And there might have been a color associated with it, but it was a mage. And then you learned some like ice spells, and some fire spells. And it's like, okay, so I guess I'm going to specialize one thing. And then the game tells you, no, you're just going to pick these 2 spells, and you're just going to cast an ice spell and then a fire spell, and then an ice spell and a fire spell. You're a black mage. It's Final Fantasy 14. You have no choice. Just cast these 2 spells back and forth. Fuck you, get out. I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm getting out then.
Yours would be able
Years later, they remade the game, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's a great game now." But I mean, you already hit me in the crotch with a ball peen hammer, so I have a
fair enough. You played 1.0. Fair the fuck enough. Yes.
I played it when it came out, and I was like, "This is a Final Fantasy MMO. This is going to be awesome."
Yes. Okay. Because 11. To be fair, 11 was great. It's just it was pretty impenetrable compared to WoW, especially, and all the other ones that came out at that time. But yes, 1.0 was a mess. Now, because I was like, wait, but there's a reason you should be using ice and fire in a, like ice at one point and fire at one. Oh, 1.0 mage. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I know that they've made changes,
Yeah,
and it's a very, very, very different game.
but I get
My
the punch in the crotch. I get it.
Yeah, and so I get the different game, but I was very conscious in asking several friends who have played it a lot, and I said like, hey, how what are the choices and options you have as you change these things? And basically, what people have told me repeatedly is, you're not really making. It's not a game about how you make choices and optimize a good build. It's about how good you are at mastering your skill rotation and learning to like execute the rotation of your skills in the perfect order while also dodging the AoEs and the crowd control and area attacks and monster attacks going on in the game. And that I I've been told by several people that's generally kind of what it is that you're doing, and I totally respect that.
Yep.
It sounds cool. If people dig that, they dig it. It has some epic boss fights and monster fights, and it's the Final Fantasy experience, which is its own kind of experience. That's just not what I prefer. I'll take that in my hunt showdown.
Yeah, I
this
gotcha.
this this excellent execution of skills. In my MMO, I want to adventure, and so want to not have to worry about like being top first off building to the meta. I'll still hate that, but being top tier and so on, like or this perfect execution and just not quite what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I mean, there is there. I think with your description, there may be a little bit of an overstating to how much of a perfection role there is to it, because
Mm-hmm.
like there is end game extreme, but even then you don't have to be that. It's just like, hey, did you do this one dungeon a lot? Do you want to do a little bit harder version of it? Okay, cool. Like dodge differently, but your rotations are always the same. So I don't know. Like I think there's a little bit, but the rest of your criticisms are completely valid. Completely.
Yeah, and
Like,
well, for what it's worth, I'm not criticizing. I'm
oh,
not critiquing it, and I'm not trying to find fault. I'm trying to describe what I understand.
right.
I'm attempting to accurately describe.
Yes, yeah.
Um,
Then sorry. Then your descriptions are very accurate.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
for what it's worth, if the skill barrier isn't like tight, like, oh, I saw you used your cyclone before your bleeding strike, you're out of the guild. I'm not saying that I believe or expect that thing is going on or what have you. What I mean
Mm-hmm.
when I say it's about excellence of execution is it's not really about you you having 40 skills at your disposal, picking 8 skills and adjusting talent points to figure out a really cool build and electing from several hundred pieces of armor to pick the 7 or 8, 9 pieces that work for your build, and that you're really trying to. It's like, no, pretty much like you're going to wear these pieces of armor. It's not like there's a whole lot to pick from, or whether or not there is, like you're really going to the next level, and it's about the end game grind to get the next piece and the next piece,
Mm-hmm.
and really you're progressing fairly linearly as far as your character development goes. If that's the case,
Mm-hmm.
I totally get it. It I just prefer,
It is.
again, in my more choice,
Mm-hmm.
real choice, and this is where ESO fails. It from what I'm reading, like it pretends like there's choice. It's like, you're really kind of doing this thing, and because I'm playing a way that is a lot of fun for me,
Mm-hmm.
and my DPS is like 9 to 12,000,
Mm-hmm.
and my friend's DPS is like 40 to 50,000.
Gotcha.
Like there's, and I'm a DPS class. Like I'm actually a melee DPS class, and she's a spellcaster, so I should theoretically be doing a bit more damage than her because I'm in the danger of all the AOE and CC stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But she, like, by several factors, out damages me. She's more efficiently built. She built to a meta.
Mm-hmm.
She's willing to look these things up online and play that because she wants to be strong and effective. I totally get it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing in a way that's fun. I use that even shadow phrase because that's the actual armor my guy's wearing, and it's an armor set that once you have enough pieces, like you attack and like a swarm of crows flies around you, and like
Mm-hmm.
every few seconds, like a crow attacks an enemy and does a chunk of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just cool because the armor looks super cool. It looks way cooler than any armor that about crows has a right to look.
Mm-hmm.
It summons crows, and the crow faction in the game is just fantastic. So I wanted to wear their armor, um, but it's not nearly. It's effective enough that I can solo the single player effective stuff, or the general like pickup group stuff, or the general overworld stuff. Fine, but I'm never going to be able to like compete for like the end game trials and challenges that the hardcore players are doing.
Right.
And that's fine. I didn't do that. I didn't do heroics and WoW. I didn't do this, so I can do that what I want. However, I know that like I'm way below where other people's power is, and it's not because their equipment's a bit higher than mine. It's because they're built in a much more effective way for the meta, because there is a meta to the build. So it's not about the fact that they have a bunch of legendary items, and I only have a bunch of epic items. That shouldn't be that shouldn't explain a 4 times differential in damage, anyways.
So that's what you're meaning, that it's like and again, I have to put everything in a not again, but like for me, I have to put things in a framework of Final Fantasy. It's almost like Final Fantasy doesn't give you the illusion of choice. It just says like this is what it is. Where Elder Scrolls is kind of more like you have choice, but really this is really the only way that is the quote unquote correct way to play it.
I think you're characterizing it accurately, or my feeling of the matter accurately is that one is there doesn't seem to be there's a whole lot of choice. The other one is there's the illusion of choice, but it's not a very meaningful choice.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm not against a game doing kind of the WoW thing where it's like, listen, you've got 3 talent trees, you pick your talent tree and kind of just go in there, and then the armor is more or less kind of obvious what you're going to be using, and then some of the skills and stuff you so there's far fewer choices, but I think they're a bit more meaningful in World of Warcraft. Elder Scrolls, the meaningfulness of the choice depends on what it is that you're doing. So I'm having to say, you know, I want to play it in this way. It doesn't let me do what the class identities aren't super great. Since every class can tank, heal, or be a damage dealer,
right?
There's not really what's the point of picking a Dragon Knight versus a Night Blade versus a Summoner or a Sorcerer. You know, like they all can do kind of everything, but it seems like sorcerers are some of the best damage. There's obvious metas. When people are in the zone chats and they're talking about the metas, and the game has hundreds of choices, like it sucks that to me it sucks that there's obvious metas of a small amount. If a game only has like a half dozen choices and there's a meta, 1 or 2 premier builds as out of a half dozen, that's not nearly as bad as opposed to like 1 or 2 premier builds out of hundreds. So I it I also don't get to experience like the class fantasy the way that I like, which is being I played at Nightblade because I wanted to be like this awesome like assassin type. And really, you want to be an assassin, you just join the Assassin's Guild and you get your instant kill attack. If you sneak up behind an unaware person, you can instant kill them. You just push X and they're dead, as long as they're not like an elite. So that's the Assassin's Guild. So you get people in like full like mage armor, like I'm a mage, and like they sneak over and they just like summon the Blade of Woe and they just assassinate someone. And you see a guy full plate armor with like flaming horns and a like truly full plate armor, and he sneaks up and assassinates someone. So it's like, okay, so the assassin, there's no assassin class. There's just
an
assassin
skill.
Yeah. So the identities are all muddled. Everyone can use the staffs. I could be a night blade and use the staffs. A dragon knight can use the staffs. A summon or sorcerer can use the staffs. A warden who's like a nature magic person can use the staffs. Everyone can use every weapon. So there's really a lot. Everyone can use every armor. A sorcerer could be wearing full plate armor if they wanted. And so there's not a lot of class identity. You look at someone who's like, I have no idea what you are. You're just a dude in some like claws and armor and so on. That's the Elder Scrolls thing, and I don't begrudge the Elder Scrolls thing. I think in an MMO it just suffers a bit. I like for an MMO I like a class identity. For a tabletop role playing game like GURPS, I don't like a class identity. I love more the Elder Scrolls style where you can just custom build all these things and have something really unique that's truly you. You can't do everything like in Elder Scrolls. That's the other problem is you can do everything. But I've rambled enough on this.
No. This is good conversation. I'm enjoying it. I haven't kind of like you. I only played Elder Scrolls Online when it first came out. I mean, for context, I think Kevin was still with his mom in that old house, so like forever ago kind of thing. So that's when I played it. So anything new about ESO is just completely like it's like whoa, like it's just new and like I know they've gone through like what 4 expansions since it first came out,
I
something
think they've
like
been
that.
doing expansions and like DLC packs. I mean, they just put out a new DLC, and I don't know what the difference is between an expansion and a DLC. I guess scope, but they're calling this one
Yeah.
like a DLC. It adds a new zone, a whole series of story quests for that zone. It added the companion system, so now you can have an NPC that runs around with you.
Is it Blackwood or is it something else?
Yes, it's
Okay.
Blackwood.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about. The latest chapter is what I see it's called here.
Yeah, and it's a DLC thing, and
Yeah.
it on one hand it adds new stuff, and on the other hand it kind of sets the game world back to a status quo. Because after years and years and years, like the story progresses, and it's kind of setting it back to like its default story setting. Um,
Got it.
all in all, like I said, the role that ESO fills for me is it's filling a gap for me in my MMO vibes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try some Fantasy Star too. It'll probably be a different way to fill some of those vibes and so on. But really, I'm kind of waiting right now for New World. I'm really intrigued to see how New World's going to go.
Okay.
New World might have some good stuff going for it. It has some neat concepts. It's about coming to a new continent and exploring this new continent. Like great, like that's cool to me. Like I like the idea of that. That's kind of up my alley. It seems like it has gothic and like explore Age of Sail Conquistador in some respects, but like New World Age of Sail gothic exploration. Okay, so some like Warhammer vibes there. Cool. I'd like to see where this goes. And I think another one that's potentially coming up is called like Ashes of Creation or something like that.
Mm-hmm. I think
Um,
I've heard of that one. Yeah.
and that one's exciting because of how it's going to integrate like the world with players and so on. Like actual players build cities and they determine the kind of city, and the city grows, and it has different kinds of cities. There's like tech science cities or tech cities that do research or exploration. There's like war cities and guild cities and religious cities. And depending on the kind of city, like you actually determine who the player that leads that city, like the mayor or the ruler of that city is, through
Uh-huh.
different means. So if it's a military city, then there's a tournament of arms, and the best fighter becomes the leader of that city, like it's the war chief basically, or like the captain at arms or whatever. In like a merchant city, it's like a straight up like vote, like you're just doing like a popularity contest or whatever. And there's different ones for religion and science as well, for how you determine who the leader is, because the city's like society and culture is around that aspect. And then cities can kind of build in. As the city builds up, it unlocks special adventuring dungeons around that city tailored to that kind of culture. So if you have a region called the the lower woods, I don't know, we'll call it the lower woods,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a science city in that region, like there's certain these dungeons that get opened up that are unique to a science city in the lower woods. But if it were a economic city in the lower woods, then it would be a very different, you'd have different dungeons with different goals and different things going on in that region. So, and the idea is that cities will fight each other and they'll get totally destroyed, and then they have to rebuild from like a village up into like a big city. So it's a very dynamically changing world.
Mm-hmm.
It's very intriguing. It's right now there's not a whole lot of info on it, so it sounds like it's one of those, EverQuest 3 style, or um, yeah, EverQuest 3, one of those things where it's like, look, we're gonna promise the world, and it never takes off or works out. So we'll see if how far along it gets to being made. Here's to hoping, because there's some cool ideas that I'd really like to see.
Cool. I am still trying to catch up with the story for Final Fantasy 14 before the expansion comes out. Toward the
They
end of
have an
the
expansion
year.
coming.
Yeah, they have the last one in the story arc for for uh for kind of quote unquote book one, as it were.
Book 1.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that the implication is that there will be more books to come.
Correct.
Wow.
They have said that it is just the end of the, what did they call it? The Zodiac Hydaelyn arc. So like the war between the two main gods. It's going to be the end of that, and then moving on to something else. So, and Yorch, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's what's going on.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it's like they've taken the story and like these stakes to their natural climactic point, and they're going to resolve it.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. And I'm wondering what they're going to do for the night. Everybody's going like, okay, so what do you do from here? And it's like, well, we're going to continue it. It's like, cool, but what are you doing from here?
Yeah. It's like, and you've saved all existences of every kind ever. It's okay, what's next? Well, now it's the real world. We've taken hostages. Like, oh God, no.
Turns into fucking sword art.
It's like an inverse sort of online. It's like you better log in and play this computer, or we're going to like put a hit out on someone in the real world. Like no one's stuck inside the game. It's just like start playing, or else we're gonna push this button and someone somewhere blows up.
What a concept for a bad cheesy B movie of like every time you die in your MMO, somebody around the world dies for you. It's like
you want to come back to life, someone has to give their life. It's like don't, done, die, done, again, done. Yeah.
You have to go. You have to. It's like World of Warcraft where you turn into the ghost, but instead you have to go out and kill somebody else as a ghost form to like steal their life.
Or even worse, like it's like this like awful purge style movie where they're like, oh, you died in the game. Like if you want to get your character back, you have to go out and kill someone and give us.
Oh God. Oh, that's
like,
terrible.
You have to go kill someone. It's like, oh no, it's just like, and then it's just about that. It's like, man, that would be an awful movie.
Like gangbusters, but yes, it would be an awful movie.
I kind of hate a little bit of myself for having come to that idea. I didn't do it alone, but I still hate that idea. Now I know how like the Final Destination and Purge people feel. It's like they're like, man, I made this movie. Like, wow.
Like that's yeah. Oh shit.
Like that's me. You know, gosh, I was there. I was in high school just having fun with my friends and like learning Spanish and, you know, doing some algebra. And now I have to be the guy that wrote this. Like, this sucks. Well, I'm not going to write that movie. Someone else can.
There you go.
But if someone else writes it, they have to give me royalties.
You heard him. We got that on record.
Okay, the idea for it and everything, it's out there. So, like, you want to do all the work for me? That's great. Just pay me.
I'm doing research about streams alive to try to find out why my lag keeps like dropping every so often.
I don't know. Does it continue to be a problem?
I don't know. You'd have to tell me. It goes up to like whoa. Oh. Well, it goes to like 6,000 kilobytes per second down to like 300 down to 0. It's just fluctuating all over the place. But when I do a speed test on my computer, it's stable at like 100, like 300, 150. So I'm wondering if it's Streamlabs or what's going on.
Your guess is better than mine because that sounds like all this network stuff. And I remember in high school when people were like, "Oh, let's get into like this class," and it was about like building computers and networking stuff. And I transitioned out to like team sports. I was like, I'm gonna like throw a ball. I also didn't want to drive to, that other high school every day.
Grayson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotcha.
It was a long drive, and the class wasn't what I was expecting. It was like, we're gonna like build computers. It's like, oh, I don't want to build computers. I wanted to like do some like programming projects.
Yeah,
I think it came out to that maybe a bit later. There was more networking stuff, and I was like, okay, no, I'm gonna kick the ball.
Yeah.
So what I mean to say is that you know way more than I, because you stuck through it, and then some. So
Hey,
all
I
I know is
enjoyed
that I'm
it.
on voice chat with you. I'm on voice chat with you, and it's not really skipping around anymore. So I
Okay.
don't know the status of the stream though.
Cool. I guess then George would have to tell me, but it's all good. I'm not worried about it then. Just trying to figure out why it's. Low latency. I guess that's helpful, but okay.
Low latency mode.
Yeah, let me try new network code.
Yeah, my little thing had a pop up that said, "Is the video buffering? Use low latency toggle under advanced to disable low latency mode." No. No, I don't
No.
think I will.
No, I refuse.
No. SWTOR!
I send it to the fire! Destroy it!
Throw the ring into the fire, Elrond asked Isildur calmly.
I'm sorry. Did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? Wait, what? No, sorry. Cast the ring into the fire.
Hey, I was just wondering, Harry, if you you don't have to tell me, but I was just like, if you were in a sharing mood, if you want to maybe tell me if you maybe Harry Potter, would you be willing to cast the ring into the fire? Destroy it?
Do it.
Isildur?
Do it.
Do it. Screw it.
Do it.
Blew it.
Do it. So I should do this so I'm not like showing what I'm looking up. Whoops.
Heyo, incognito mode. right. Am I right, guys? Wow.
It was nothing. It was just what I was looking at as far as Discord or screen names.
I have transitioned to using Brave as my browser now, though.
Brave? What is that?
Apparently, it's a browser that blocks ads and trackers, and it has a built-in ad block, and and I'm spoiled on it now because like every YouTube video, it's a direct ad block. Like so, every YouTube is just like straight to the video and so on. I sure hope I don't get your stream taken down for advocating for a built-in ad block browser, but
I have, yeah. I feel like everybody has an ad block at this point.
For a long time, I didn't want to get one, and I didn't realize that Brave came with one integrated in. However, I'll live. I'm not I get the consternation with people have with a lot of ads. However, I'm not crazy about ad block because a lot of these sites and services and businesses are operating with the ad revenue system, and that's how they are maintaining their um, business or their living or their presence or what have you. And it's so too much ad block can threaten that. And I wouldn't want people that I care about to have their streams or their channels or whatever threatened by lack of ads. For what it's worth, though, Twitch did play an ad before I joined the Twitch stream. So
yeah, they have baked in ads, which I don't. They give a lot. I don't hate it because they give a lot of control to the actual streamer on when you want those ads to play. So like I just have them on for the beginning, but I don't have them toward the middle because that'd be bullshit, in my opinion.
Yeah, mid episode ads kind of suck. Again, there's something that I get, but they're kind of butts to me.
Yeah.
It's really bad when like somehow they automatically put ads on a bunch of YouTube videos that didn't originally have ads or whatever. So I had some like ASMR videos that I'd be listening to, and like just phasing into sleep, and like 8 minutes into the video, like a mid-video ad cuts in.
Yep.
And it was like, what the no, you like it blares you awake, or and that was bad. But also bad was when it auto put the ad at the end of the video. So the video is played, it's like a 30-minute video. You're asleep at like 20 minutes in, and then 10 minutes into your sleep, like the video ends and the ad just blares on and wakes you up fully. Oh gosh, that was rough.
It'd be like, all right, good night, and you're like, ah, and then it's like, what do you know about carbs? Well, carbs is fat, and fat is carbs, and that's how you lose weight.
Just here in my garage, like finishing up giving this homeless man a hand job. It's like, oh man, I was asleep.
Yep, I get it.
Oh, did I tell you I did a Kickstarter for a board game, the SWTOR board game?
Yes, you did, but I haven't heard any updates after you kickstarted it.
Yeah,
Ooh.
they confirmed the kickstart and everything is. I did the transaction. They blew all their goals out of the water. They're like, oh, we hope to get $100,000, and it was over $2 million later. And they blew all their stretch goals out of the water. And they said, okay, so you'll get your we got your address. It's going to ship to you. Expected in April of 2022. It's like, oh, damn, I'm going to somehow have to like figure out how I'm going to like maintain an erection for 11 months. Like the doctors are going to be furious.
Oh my god. Is this man alive or is he just pure penis?
They're like, man, this guy, like Carson, like we found out that like, sometime in like early June of 2021, you started sleeping an extra 2 hours every day. Like, why? What happened? It was just a sudden instant kick up, 2 hours more. And it's like, well, it's because I'm constantly erect, so I need more sleep because I'm just so tired all the time.
Yeah. Why don't you get?
They said, so here's the thing you may want to consider getting this little tray, this little carrying case for the cards, because when this game ships, it's going to have over 1,200 cards.
Jeez.
So it's like 1,200 cards.
To be fair, I don't know how many cards my Bloodborne board game comes with, which at some point I do want you to try. I think you might enjoy it.
Probably. I also have Twilight Imperium, the third edition, that I've only opened to look at
Ooh.
like the cards, but I haven't punched out any of the tokens or anything because I haven't had a chance to play it with people yet either. I have
Yeah.
the Twilight Imperium and the Prophecy of Kings expansion.
Yeah, I haven't like I remember the first time we played Twilight Imperium, and that was the only time we played Twilight. No, we tried it twice. We tried 2 games.
Yeah, I've probably played it like a total of like maybe a dozen times, but
Okay.
those best times were way earlier. Or those were some really good times, but they have some. The expansion is awesome, like the Prophecy of Kings. There's actually like the return of the Lazax and stuff. It's like, oh no, it's pre-Lazax, because the history of like this world, there was like Twilight Imperium is the Imperium that fell was the Lazax Imperium,
Mm-hmm.
and they were this 4-armed like super cool like alien guys. I think they were 4-armed, but their empire went into decline, and then humanity and others like busted it down, and then it was a dark age, and then a warring period. And now the game is like everyone's going to decide who's going to be the next rulers of the Imperium.
Mm-hmm.
The Lazax came into prominence by kicking out the predecessors who were ruling the galaxy before them, and they weren't good guys. Like they were bad. The Lazax were really good,
Mm-hmm.
because they kicked out the Mahact, I believe it was. And the Mahact were like these pseudo like progenitor like immortal type race where they're just like, yeah, they're called like sorcerer kings because they're like, yeah, like we have like something akin to basically space magic. Like we have gotten technology to such the point that like we can manifest like what seems like magical powers because we are. But they were like, so they're sorcerer kings, but they were like really evil. Like they would involve like killing things and so on, and like torturing beings or what have you. I don't know. They weren't like it wasn't like whatever that one movie is with Pinhead. I don't know. I forgot the name of the movie, but
Hellraiser.
yeah, it wasn't like Hellraiser where like they tortured people for pleasure or like it was their religion or whatever. Like they're like these brutal like superior like ruler types, and now like they're coming back. Like they were isolated and exiled, or they thought they were all destroyed, but like some of them like survived in like a self exile of hiding, and now
Mm-hmm.
they've come back. What's called Prophecy of Kings, because like the Mahak, I feel like, yeah, no, like we exist to rule this galaxy, and we will rule it. And so I'm like, I gotta fucking play these guys.
Mm-hmm.
But because they look hella cool. Let me see if I can find a quick snip
Yeah.
of art of what the Mahact look like. Twilight Imperium Mahact. Gene sorcerers is what they're called.
Hmm.
Let's see. We will copy. I don't know how big of a image you've got here, but let's see. Oh, there we go. Copy image. And put into free for all.
Free for all.
Free for all.
Ooh. I like that. Let me copy link. Let me see if I can get on here. Yay! These guys are cool.
Then we'll do one more because it has some flavor text. Oh, yep, there it goes.
Arrows, Shira, Aru? How do you, what?
Aeroshir Hour.
As the army
Go on.
As the army warily approached their foe, the gleaming golden figure raised their hand. Golden light flashed, and the army fell upon itself in wanton slaughter. Jesus! All right.
Yeah, one of their faction things is they have faction. Every faction has its own like different abilities or things that it sets up, and so they're one of their traits is that like they kind of steal the ability of like other faction traits called through a thing called like Imperia, where they're just like, oh, like that's a neat cultural trait or genetic trait that you have. We're just going to kind of integrate it into what we do, and we'll just do that too. And then it says when you start the game, like you have there's a note that you have where you like offered a promise of alliance to someone. It's like, yeah, you don't use that as the Mahak. Just get rid of that. Like the Mahak don't make alliances; they rule.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like the ability or the trait is called hubris. So it's just like, yeah, purge your alliance note. Other players cannot give you their alliance promissory notes either. You don't make alliances. And then they have ways to mess with like the voting that happens in the game when there's like diplomatic voting going on.
Mm-hmm. It's just like, nah. What voting? What democracy?
It's like, what? Yeah, a Senate. Like, what? They're like, look, it's like the ant has like, the ant boot quarrels like, or they're like, what's his face from Berserk, where he's like, yeah, if I had to worry about ants every time I started walking, I couldn't get anywhere.
From Berserk, Griffith?
Yeah, Griffith, that's him.
Yeah, Griffith's an asshole. But he also did nothing wrong.
Griffith did nothing wrong,
yes.
Kind of like someone whose name ends in and starts with hit. It's like, okay, yeah, like neither of those are true. Like really bad stuff. Like it's like, no, Griffith, he was trying to like save a world from destroying itself. Yeah, by like turning into a demon and like having a bunch of non-con with a bunch of people is not how you save the world.
Yeah.
Oh, he did it for the right reasons. Sure he did.
Yeah, it's like, yep. Mm-hmm.
But there's other cool factions too, so I'm excited for. There's like a Imperium, and they're all about. They're mysterious. They're kind of like espionage, sorta, but I think they're like everyone's like these guys are really weird because like they're not from a planet. Like it seems like they're supposed to be like born and live and be in space. Like they're void born, and that's creepy. Are there really 25 factions in this game? I think there are.
Goodness gracious me.
That is great. The Titans of Ul. I think they're a new one too. That's a cool one too. The Titans of Ul. Dang.
Titans of Ul. Were they in the original one?
They're like no, they're from the new version and the expansion of the new version. So the base game of the version 3 includes all of the expansion pack races from the prior version that we had. And
nice.
then the new expansion adds like never before. So these Titans of Ul look like they're like literally like Titans, like they're huge.
Got it.
And it looks like the Titans were one of their servant like SWTOR races, but they're not like they're trying to they broke free.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't have to serve them, but they were their servants. Man, imagine if they were still serving them, crazy.
Okay, I think I know how to fix it next time I stream. Okay. Yeah. Apparently, it's based on my movement. If there's no movement, then it lowers the bit rate, or there is movement, it lowers the bit rate. But if there's not, I have to change something, basically.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good to know.
Oh dang, cool.
Slide. I'm good on the network there. Have to uninstall some things, but that's fine. It's been about 2 hours. I think I'm gonna call streaming for now, and Carson, you and I will continue to talk and chill and relax and stuff like that. But as far as the streaming, I think I'm good for now, and I will put my resources into fixing stream. So if I start streaming tomorrow or Thursday, I have things smoothed out. So we shall see.
Cool deal.
Yep. Literal.